Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Okay, so shall we begin? Although still many students are left to join. Put on your cameras. Come on the screens, everyone. Seventh class, I hope I'm audible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then turn on your screens. Rishit and Sriyansh. You were on? We last watched a video, I guess. Okay. So during breathing process, what happens to the ribs? What happens to the diaphragm? Who will tell me? Yes. What happens to the ribs and to the diaphragm? Quickly.
During inhalation, um, the chest, like the chest cavity increases, and the diaphragm moves. Like when the air enters the lungs, the diaphragm moves down, and during the exhalation, the diaphragm moves up, and the air is pushed out of the lungs, and the uh, chest cavity reduces in size.
Okay. So one breath involves one complete inhalation and one complete exhalation. Okay. So if suppose on an average, okay, so let's do one thing that I'll set my stopwatch and you people have to normally breathe. Don't think that you will breathe faster and will tell the more rate. No, breathe normally and you have to count your number of breath in 1 minute. Okay, let's find out the breathing rate. Inhalation, exhalation, you have to count one inhalation, one exhalation equals one breath. Okay, give me a second. Are all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait. 3, 2, 1, and go. Half of the time is passed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Everyone, write your breathing rate in the chat now. To everyone,
Mama,
write the actual value. Okay.
mom, Mama, like I was offing my camera because I wasn't able to hear anything. Can you repeat like what we were doing?
Wait. Who's this? Because I cannot see who's speaking right now. What should I repeat here?
Mom, like what were you counting?
Breathing rate. Breathing rate.
I just joined now. So what are we doing?
We were just performing a small activity of counting our own breathing rate in 1 minute. So you can look into the chat to everyone. The students are writing. They have just counted. Divesh, 13. It's so less, isn't it?
Mom, it's like I was doing slowly.
Siddhant, 32. Rishit, 14 means that's a big difference. 13, 14, and on other hand, 39, 32 people seems to breathe so faster, na? Just to tell the more value, isn't it? 47. Okay. Generally, the 60 to 70 value is for infants, for the toddlers, you can say. But we have the value, yeah, around 30 we have, but 14, 13 is too less. So please, whenever you become conscious, please take a deep breath. Try to inhale as much oxygen as you can. Okay. Hamza, what are you telling? 0.5 second.
Ma'am, because in sometimes like when you have heart attack or very bad diseases, you breathe faster.
But be careful for everything and don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Mm. So next point is, what causes sneezing? Why do we sneeze? Anybody knows why do we sneeze?
Ma'am, means like when dust goes into our nose, like we sneeze to remove, means like flow back the dust away.
Hmm. So whenever we
Like
have made a
basically
lot
when
of
dust
dust
particles enters our
particles,
nose, like the nose hair and which like it gets some irritation and we like it's a reflex action basically sent
yeah,
by our brain and we
brain
sneeze
to,
and
yeah,
take it.
to nasal chamber to initiate sneezing and throw out that dust particles. Okay. So this we have already learned in initially in the chapter, respiration and breathing
Ma'am,
difference.
and while sneezing, our heartbeat stops for 1 second.
Yeah, for that span of time while we are sneezing, in that time we cannot breathe while we are sneezing.
Also, we can't open our eyes.
Great facts. Now, what do we breathe? We usually say that we inhale oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide, but do you really think that we inhale completely just oxygen and we exhale out only and only carbon dioxide? No.
No, ma'am.
So inhaled air contains 21% oxygen, and exhaled air contains 16% oxygen. Means oxygen is also somewhat exhaled out. What is the percentage of carbon dioxide? Inhaled air contains 0.03. Okay, even less than 0.1%, so too less. And exhaled air contains 4%. So there is an increase from the inhaled air to the exhaled air in the carbon dioxide quantity. Okay. So because yes, after the breakdown of glucose, means after aerobic respiration takes place in our body, carbon dioxide is produced as a byproduct, it is a waste product, and hence it increases in quantity in the exhaled air. Okay, so water vapor, less water vapor we inhale, but some amount of water is also released, so that water in terms of water vapor comes out. You can write these all values.
Like then why when we have cold why do we sneeze continuously?
Why do we?
Like for me like if I have cold in 1 minute I'll sneeze 3 times, like if I have cold. So
Hmm.
why is it like that?
See, one of the point is definitely, see, sometimes it happens with me because I have some sort of allergy from dust, and from if I sip or drink any cold thing from the refrigerator out, me it will feel like I have a little runny nose for 1 or 2 hours only, and everybody starts saying that, oh, you have acquired common cold. I say it's not cold, I'm allergic to something. So allergy is something like, I'm taking in colder things and I sneeze again and again back to back. So means any sort of irritation, you can say, in our nose, and I feel that in our tongue also, because ENT, ear, nose, and throat are interconnected. So when throat senses some cold thing, and that air is also inhaled and it passes through the throat, the inhaled air. So somewhat that connection, it uh, gives us that sense of irritation, and hence we sneeze.
As of me, I have atopic dermatitis on my eyes. So, like when I eat something allergic, my eyes become very hard. It becomes flaky, and then I start to sneeze so much, and water comes from my eyes.
Water comes off your eyes. Yeah. Yeah, and see, you will notice that if you have some allergy in eyes also, I am allergic to eyes also. Few years ago, my eyes used to be always red and itchy all the times, and whenever I used to rub my eyes, water comes out of my eyes. My tongue feels like so rough and sore throat, and again I start sneezing. Anything happening to my nose, cold water and irritation in eyes or itching in eyes, that leads to sneezing. That was the response of my body. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Because the inhaled air passes through all these. Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Sometimes when we bath with cool water, like during the evening times, like why do we get cold? Like we sneeze sometimes.
We sneeze sometimes because our body has a sensation, cool water and cold, yes. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Ma'am, why do veins carry CO2 and why not O2? Charvik, can you write in the chat? It's not clear. So, good questions. Everyone, please get the answers. Try to find out, think about these topics.
Ma'am, like,
Bring something
ma'am,
to
arteries are, ma'am,
why
can
we
it
start?
ma'am, it's like arteries take oxygen-rich blood to all parts of the body so that we can get energy, and that waste material gets removed by the veins.
Okay, great. So, how is it connected to sneezing via nose?
Ma'am, that I
We
don't
see
know.
that through veins, we exhale carbon dioxide because it contains carbon dioxide rich blood. So, through that, uh, the nose gets affected and hence we sneeze. You mean this? Do you mean this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Charvik, the question is why are
Why do
veins
ma'am, why do our parents get say that if we eat ice cream we get cold?
Do you see? Now this is our homework. All we have to get the answer and think about it. That on after intake of any cold product, and yes, taking a cold water bath, why we feel shivering and we start sneezing. How is it related to sneezing? Okay, think about these. Actually, think about these. These are very good questions. Okay, Charvik, answer to your question is when we inhale air, we carry more oxygen in our the inhaled air, and the blood vessels that are taking the oxygen from the heart to the other body parts, those are called arteries. Arteries are taking the pure blood from the lungs to the whole body part. So they contain oxygen and spread throughout the body. But when it gets respired in the cells give back carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is carried by the another blood vessels, which are called veins. So veins carry the impure blood, veins carry the waste product carbon dioxide, and hence it is thrown back to lungs, and lungs further throw back the CO2 and exhaled air via nose. Okay.
Ma'am, while does chilies make us sneeze?
Chilies also make us sneeze. Great. Any spices that are being, overcooked in the kitchen and spreads in the air. If we are sitting in two next rooms, we definitely will feel that and we start sneezing. So that is definitely because of something present in the spices, or you can say the spice particles itself gets mixed out in the whole air and they enters our nose.
Okay.
Mm, let's move to the next topic. Noted this, everyone. Have you all noted this down?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you see the screen? Shared screen?
No, ma'am, it is black.
Yes, ma'am, is telling that you started the screen.
Visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
we can see.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have seen the structure of a cockroach, if you have seen the cockroach ever, from
Cockroach is white blood.
hmm?
Cockroach has white blood.
Okay, yeah, great. If we look at the cockroach from the top, okay, so at the sides of their body, such structure is present which are called spiracles. You can say this is the opening like we people have nostrils, like humans have nostrils, the opening to inhale and exhale air out. Cockroaches have these spiracles on their body, sides of body. Okay. Under this, they have trachea. The trachea in our upper body part is meant to just pass through the inhaled air. It is a ring-like structure. Okay. And further, they are divided into tracheoles. Now look how the breathing in cockroaches occur. They can anyone read this? Hamza, can you read this out?
Um, they have small openings called spiracles present on the sides of the bodies.
Hmm.
Also, they have an air tube like structure called trachea that allows the exchange of gases in the insects. The
Hmm.
air enters the body through the spiracles and diffuses in the cells via the trachea.
Via trachea.
Similarly, the air from the cells enter the trachea and moves out of the body through spiracles.
So like the breathing parts that are involved in humans. They were too many and little complex structure. The cockroaches and few more insects, those have spiracles. They have a simpler, pathway of the breathing. That simply overall they have the spiracles on their body. Then after spiracles, they are connected to tracheal tubes, that is trachea, and further it gets spread to the cells. And after respiration, the cells throw out the exhaled air to the trachea. Via trachea, it comes to spiracle and it is thrown out. Okay. So note the points about breathing in cockroach.
Okay.
Which other animals do breathe through spiracles? You know, many insects like including grasshopper, houseflies, many other mosquitoes have spiracles present. So write these as examples. Apart from cockroaches, these are the examples: grasshopper, houseflies, mosquitoes, some spiders also. Now see,
But spiders are not insects.
hmm,
Spiders are not insects.
I'm telling organisms. The topic name is breathing in organism. Okay, so not only insects, yeah, definitely count it in other category. Yeah. Some spiders, although spiders means like humans are further, we have the gender, two gender, and then transgender. So every organism has too many species. So I'm generally writing some spiders. Yeah. So their spiracles is only like the nostrils in human beings. Okay. Fine. I've included this in the slide itself. Okay, noted everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, 1 second. Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Hmm. Breathing in earthworm. How earthworms breathe? Any idea?
They breathe to their skin.
Ma'am, through their moist skin.
Through their moist skin. Yes. So earthworms have a soft, slimming, and moist skin. Hence, the gases can easily pass in and out of the earthworm through their skin. And yes, few other organisms like frogs also have a slippery and moist skin.
Ma'am, do they have spores in their, like, small spores in their
Yes, yes, yes.
skin?
But frogs also have lungs. So the animals which live in land as well as in water, they few of them have lungs as well as skin, means they can breathe through any of the two.
Okay.
So frogs, earthworms, and you know what are leeches? Leeches are they appear like worms only, and few leeches are used to like take out the impure blood out of our body. I have seen this. One of the people, means old age people, had their right feet swelled. Okay, a lot. It was swelled a lot for months. Then, when consulted to doctor, he suggested that like blood clotting, a very impure blood has been accumulated in your right foot. So what he did, there was a leech treatment. Leeches look like these only, and many of the leeches were made to stick to the foot of that person, and you know what they did? Because they sucked blood out of our body. So that whole impure blood from that foot was taken out, was sucked out by the leeches.
Ma'am, is this a leech or is this an earthworm?
This is earthworm. Okay. Let me get the photo of a leech, then I'll tell you what is leech. It looks like this earthworm only. We first write down the this about earthworms. Similarly, frogs, and you can just add a word leeches. Frog also has sleeping mosquito and has to help in breathing. Frogs contain lungs too, but leeches. Hmm.
I'm done.
Just the next slide. Now breathing underwater.
Ma'am, can you go back to that slide once?
Hmm.
Okay.
Breathing under the water. The first organism that strikes our mind under the water are fishes. So animals that live underwater, they have special respiratory organs called gills. Hmm. I'll just increase the size of this to understand the image properly. Okay. Special respiratory organ, that is gills, and they are a comb-like structure present on their skin. So gills allow the exchange of gases. Means in human beings it is nostril, in cockroach it is spiracles, in earth form it is skin, and in fishes it is these are gills. Between the animals and water easily. Some animals called amphibian can breathe on land by lungs and through moist skin underwater, for example, frogs and toads. Let me expand the image. With, look at the figure carefully. So can you see that this red comb-like structure, like multiple lines covering this area? These are gills.
Yeah.
Okay, so they take the water in their mouth, and if you have noticed ever, fishes in the aquarium keep their mouth in motion continuously. Is it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you wondered why?
Ma'am, then how do fishes drink water?
Sorry,
How do fishes drink water?
how does you are not audible clearly?
And how do the fishes drink water?
Oh, okay. First, let me tell you that why they keep their mouth moving in motion, because they have only option of inhaling the dissolved oxygen from the water. So through their mouth, the water gets in continuously, and from that, the air they like extract out the dissolved air from water through the gills, and further it is sent to the cells of the body, and through gills only they send the air out. Like we people have in the same pathway, we
Ma'am,
have
and
we have
then what do fishes breathe out? They breathe oxygen.
can you write your doubt in the chat, please? We are not audible clearly.
Ma'am, he's asking what do fishes breathe out?
I think it's carbon dioxide only.
Ma'am, they take in the water, they absorb the oxygen out of it, and then they take it out.
Yeah. So note the 4 points.
And that means water also has some amount of carbon dioxide.
Yeah, we can say.
Ma'am, like I have a doubt. Suppose will the fishes, like one fish is there and it breathes out carbon dioxide, like it exhales carbon dioxide. Will it harm the other fishes? Like they will also breathe the same air.
But if you have noticed, the amount of exhaled carbon dioxide is too less from the inhaled oxygen. So it's not gonna harm that much. But see, many other species that get dead inside the water, they're after the degradation of their body, multiple gases keeps on releasing, and that too accumulate in that same water in which the others are present.
Okay, ma'am.
So some amount of impurities are yes present inside water.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, are there any animals that inhale carbon dioxide?
Till now, I don't think there are any.
Ma'am, only plants. Only plants.
Hmm. Think of more for this. Noted.
1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, how does a snake breathe?
Sorry.
How does a snake breathe?
Hmm. They also breathe through their skin.
But some snakes have nostrils.
Some snakes are
Nostrils.
not getting your point.
Ma'am, some snakes have nostrils.
Yeah, I told you right that every organism has number of species. So different types of organisms can inhale through different modes. Yeah, you're correct. Snakes breathe through their lungs and nostrils. They have the nasal openings.
Ma'am, but how come snakes have lungs? Because their body is so thin.
It doesn't mean that the lungs, the human body has the same shape and size the other organisms also need to have. See, our eyes and fish eyes and snake eyes means eyes of every organism seems different, right? We cannot see 360-degree, but many animals can see 360-degree at once. So it doesn't mean that both of our species, both of these species needs to have the same shape size of lungs. Noted these?
Done, ma'am.
So the last topic we are left with, the respiration in plants. Um, get the information, something about plants also. How do they respire? How do they get the, where do they get the air from, the nutrients, the water, and where do they exchange of gases takes place in them?
Ma'am, the exchange of gases takes place in leaf.
In leaf, any further part inside the leaf?
It's like leaf had chlorophyll and stomatal opening, which takes carbon dioxide, and chlorophyll takes the light energy.
Correct. So that stomatal opening, which is surrounded by the guard cells, acts like a passage for the air to pass through in and out, and it is present in the leaves. And further, the formation of food and what do they exhale out. Okay, after this, this chapter will be finished up. Noted this? Should I stop sharing the slide?
Yes, ma'am, noted.
Okay. Fine. So collect information about respiration and breathing in plants also. Okay. Bye. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.